Alright, I am back. I've already fucking on a 30-minute video and then a 20-minute or stream, but it was mostly me fucking around, wasn't it? Like, oh god, I wish YouTube Studio was actually designed by people who give a shit about, yeah, like, the whole 30 minutes is just me. It's still me on the intro. So I'm gonna keep going, and if it's a very long first episode, I don't give a shit. Blow me. Also, I'm going to start a Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play, and I know I'm like, oh, too many RPGs, too many fucking Pokemon games, but oh well. Because of the timeline, and I started a Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play with, you know, with the capture card, like a few years ago, or a couple years ago. Well, it's 2024 now, so a few years ago, I think. It might have been 2020, 2021, something like that. I'm gonna keep going, I'm playing this. But because of the timeline, I'm gonna do it on emulator, and I'm gonna restart it. So, I think eventually there'll be, I'll upload that first video or something, but, it'll just be like, oh, this is my old attempt to start this. But I'll start the Coliseum Let's Play, and then once I'm done with these two games, the Heart Gold and Platinum, I will play XD Gale of Darkness as long as I'm done with Coliseum. Because, according to that time, because, XD takes place like 5 years later, and if Coliseum is around the same time as the Gen 3 games, then that game takes place a few years after this, or a couple years after this. But, okay, something that of note, for some reason Bulbapedia doesn't have the right, doesn't have them labeled for Dawn, but for Lucas, so, I guess, I don't think I knew this, or maybe I knew it and then I relearned it, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, there is a winter outfit. Well, there's the Platinum outfit, but then there's a winter outfit, a spring outfit, and a summer outfit, which implies that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or Diamond Pearl Platinum, take place in the fall. Now, yeah, there's snow on the ground, but it's a northern region, and I know from being Canadian that snow can fall during the fall. During autumn. And that kind of lines up with what I think is the whole timeline anyways, where, okay, so I guess I think that this game takes place shortly after the League of Rage event, so, starts, so it's when he's still on his journey, when Ethan's still going. It doesn't have to be way after. But then there's something about the Steve Lake's name Rusty, which in Platinum, in this game, she shows up and she takes place in contests or something, and then when you're given the Pokemon in Heart Gold Soul Silver, it doesn't have any contest ribbons, but there is no contest ribbons in Heart Gold Soul Silver, so that point is moot. And I don't know what else was on. I could find it, but I've talked too much already. I'm gonna look and see if my voice is all right. Oh, and of course, because of the fucking my headphones. Okay, if my headphones are paired to my laptops, it connects automatically, but it doesn't connect automatically to my phone. So, were these headphones designed for a fucking laptop and not for a cell phone? I wonder if it would connect automatically if I had a fucking iPhone. That's what I'm wondering. Fucking iPhone centrism. Apple centrism. It's much like the Windows and Apple, where where computers, where, you know, Apple makes their own products. iOS is the operating system for Apple computers, and or for Apple phones, and Mac OS is the operating system for Apple computers. Whereas Windows, I don't think Microsoft makes actual computers, they make an operating system. I don't think there's like they have their own line of computers. That might be wrong, but like Acer, Alienware, fucking what's this? What is this with the Victus? Like there's different companies that create computers that use the Windows operating system. Just like how this is a Samsung phone, not an Android. It has the Android operating system. And there's different Android operating systems as well. Or maybe there was a different one on another thing. But I think the Google phones have Android operating systems. I think it's closely connected to Google, which I don't like. Sinnoh Newsnet! Hello, this is Sinnoh Newsnet. Sinnoh Newsnet has crews gathering news all over Sinnoh. Help our news gathering efforts by mixing records at any union room. This will allow us to get news that concerns your friends too. Please join us for the next showing of the Sinnoh Newsnet. Thank you for watching. Sinnoh Newsnet, Sinnoh Newsnet, Sinnoh Newsnet. Oh hi, hi Don. Did you come calling on Barry? He was gone for a second, but then he came running right back home. He just can't sit still, that boy. I wonder who he takes after. His father, who's in this game? Who's in this game? Spoilers, he's a gym leader. I better take my bag and journal too. He also has ADHD for sure. Oh hey Don, I'll be waiting on the road. The 10 million Pokemon fine if you're late. And also, as I called him entitled, he's totally entitled in this game. He's like, well, Rowan has a bunch of Pokemon, so I bet he'll give us one. Whereas in Diamond and Pearl, you just go to the lake and catch a Pokemon using, wait. No, you don't catch a Pokemon. No. You go to the lake and use the Pokemon in the bag that you find to fight a Starly, and then Rowan just ends up giving you the Pokemon because you used them well or something. Whereas in this one, Barry's like, oh, he demands it from the guy. But what I do like about this game is when you go to the lake, you do go to the lake in this game, and Cyrus is there. So that's a lot better. Where there is a Poketch, where there is a Poketch, it's not Poketch because the E is an A sound. Pokemon, Pokédex. It's not Pokédex or this is your Pokédex. So I guess that has a toy that said Pokédex, but it's not Pokemon or Pokemon. It's Pokemon. And you don't get to mispronounce it because language evolved. That E is Latin. It's not Japanese, it's not fucking French. It's Latin. The foundation of our fucking language. And no, English is not just a bunch of fucking loan words. It's based on Old German. And then Latin. Which is why German is very easy to learn if you speak English. Surprisingly. Not surprisingly to me, because I didn't know anything about German before I started learning it in Duolingo. But French, even though I learned it from grade 4 to grade 9, but it's really hard to, it's not hard to learn to read and write it. The pronunciation of stuff is really hard to get. Whereas Spanish and Italian, they're very similar. I'm sure someone is going to get pissed off by that, but they're very similar pronunciations, and they're very similar languages. I mean, they're also similar to French, but there's a lot more similar. I think there's a lot more similar things, at least from what I've seen, between Italian and Spanish, where like C and just certain words, I think, or certain. They just have a similar feel to them. Where there's a Poketch, there is joy. Okay. Whatever you say, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know what gender the commercial is. why can't I run yet? Oh, no, 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 no. He definitely has ADHD, and then Wally in Ruby Sapphire and Emerald Oris, in RSC Oris, in Risea Oris, in Risea Oris. Hey, Don, you're looking for Barry? He just went tearing off a little while ago. He's probably not gone too far. Why not go chase after him? And like, there's no way that naming the guy, the blonde kid that runs around really fast, there's no way him being named Barry, there's no way the blonde kid that runs, that is like, just runs around, being named Barry is not a reference to Barry Allen. You know, unless you've only seen the movie or the TV show, Barry Allen is a blonde. And, Iris West is white, and she's not a brunette, she's a ginger. Wally West is a ginger, but in the comics, Wally West, the ginger Wally West, and also the black Wally West are her nephews. They're both her nephews. I think they were rebooting Wally West when they introduced the black one, but then people got kind of pissed off because they just destroyed the history of that character who was beloved by rebooting him. Even if he had been a white kid, they probably would have got pissed off. And then they brought Wally West back, so then the lore or the story is that they're cousins who share a name with their great-grandfather. So that means that, and also Wally West is her nephew and not her brother. The Wally West in the show is a mixture of those two characters, obviously, and also, David West? No, fuck, what's his name? Is it David? Wally West, the black Wally West's father, so he's half black, obviously, because his father is Daniel West. His father is white. And there's just so many characters. The Annie movie where she was a little black girl, Little Mermaid, Grover Underwood in both of the fucking adaptations of it now. Also, Annabeth is black. Like, and she wasn't blonde in the movie, in the movies. She was brunette, and then they fucking dyed her hair in the second one. It was a little too late. Now she's black, so she is not gonna have blonde hair, unless they just have her dye her hair blonde. And Grover is Indian, but he doesn't have an accent, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but even if he had an accent, it might be more likable if he had an Indian accent. But he's not a white ginger, and it's not, I don't fucking want him to be white because I'm a fucking Nazi or something. I want him to be white because that's what he was in the fucking books. And I don't give a shit if Rick Riordan is okay with it. He probably said, oh, the characters are being changed to represent modern readers. There's probably kids who are black. There's probably little girls who are black who grew up reading Percy Jackson who don't give a flying fuck if Annabeth is white. They probably don't care that she's white. There's likely maybe at least one fucking black woman, or I mean, like, I'm sure that the kids are still starting to read them. There's probably someone fucking female on the planet that is black and read those books that doesn't like that they made her black. Because that's not representation. You're shoving things. You could make new fucking things. Make new fiction with black characters. Instead of taking every fucking character, like, taking random white characters and turning them black or turning them fucking Indian. Especially the gingers. What have gingers done to anyone? What have the gingers done to anyone, man? Like, how many characters are gonna be either they turn their hair brown like Roy Harper, or okay, here's the thing. What's the fucking character in Superman? Oh shit, here we go. My parents are home.